This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Riverstone fifth wheel. This trailer also has a garage on the back, a small toy hauler. So we're gonna show you as much as we can with this video, and then when you pick up, we'll go over any other details with you while you're here. So, okay, so this is model number 42 FSKG, and we'll start here at the door side rear. This is a how-to video, so we're just gonna go over some of the features and how they work. Okay, so much of this is self-evident. You know, we have all kinds of storage. You have two power awnings with LED strips. Okay, you have a 6-point leveling system, a hydraulic leveling system. So you got 6 jacks. I'll show you how that works when we get to the controls. Okay, TV set on the outside. Okay, and more storage. Okay, so you have your lock is obviously has a touchpad on it. You'll be able to look into your literature that comes with it and see how to program it. It does have a default code, and you can put in whatever code you want, obviously. You have cameras here, so you have 4 that I know of right now. You can see there's the entry door camera up here. You have the camera in the back, the backup camera, of course, and then you have one of these on each side here. So plenty of cameras. This is the inside of your vacuum system. This is where you would change the bag and everything, of course. That's just a dump hose kit. Well, a lot of the stuff you can see from the other side, but that's your manifolds, your water manifold. Okay. You have 40-gallon tanks, so, or not gallon, but pound. So you got 40-pound tanks, 2 of them with automatic changeover regulator. This, I think we just have some storage in here. Let me see what we got. Whoops. Excuse my camera work. So here's the generator. It's an LP generator, so it runs on propane. I'll show you how that works also when we get to the switches. Okay. Thank you, Katie. Exhaust for your LP generator. Battery compartment here. Okay. The other side of your pass-through basement storage. So here, so there's the manifold we talked about, the water manifold. This is for your refrigerator for the ice maker, I believe. Yes. And then low point drain here. You have your hydraulics here. There's your fluid tank right there. Now you have two ways to run the leveling system. You have this one out here, and then you're going to have another one inside that's on the touch panel. So basically the instructions are right here. The thing I can tell you right now, that if you haven't had one of these before, is there's 2 functions you're going to use. Well, 3 in the sense that this will raise and lower your landing gear up front. But when it comes to the auto controls, you're going to auto level. After you unhitch your trailer, you auto level, right? And it's going to auto level it. Now this system remembers the last position the trailer was in before it auto leveled. It stores that. So when you're getting ready to leave, you'll come up here and you'll go to auto hitch height. Auto hitch, push enter to begin. It says up there if you can see it. That'll return the trailer to the exact same position it was in before you auto leveled. So you can just put your tow vehicle underneath and hitch back up. So those are the 2 main functions. Now there's one here to level everything, or not level everything, to retract all, I think it says. If you do that, it's not going to hurt anything, but it's also going to nosedive the trailer. So make sure you don't have anything in the front when you do that, like the tow vehicle or anything that could cause damage. So just be very careful of that. There's no reason to really retract everything. So keep that in mind. Now they'll be inside the trailer. There's going to be a touch panel for this, I believe. I hope. I'm telling you that. I haven't actually put my eyes on it yet, but we'll look at that when we get in there. But like I said, the main instructions are right here to operate from the outside. Now this is your inverter here. This has a power converter. Conversion is going from AC to DC power, converting from AC to DC power. Inversion is the opposite. It inverts from 12 volt DC to 120 AC, so it's going backwards. So what this inverter does is this inverts your refrigerator. Or so let me put it this way. It reverts the battery, 12 volt DC, the battery, while you're going down the road, and it will go into the inverter as 12 volt DC. Then it will be inverted to 120 AC and sent right to your refrigerator to keep your refrigerator running and cool while you're traveling. So that's the main function of your inverter. We'll talk more about it when we get inside, of course. And this is your battery kill switch right here. It's on. That's your kill switch. Furnace vent, obviously, you have your different valves for your black tank and gray tank and fresh water dump and that sort of thing. Now this has, let me do it this way. This has on-demand water, right? On-demand hot water. So we'll talk more about that. This is your water station here. This is your coiled sprayer. You also have two more tanks, a gray and a black tank. This piece goes with your hot water system. You have a canister for a filter here. Of course, this can hook up right here. You have all your satellite and cable hookups back here. And this is your city water hookup right here. That's the most common way to get water to the trailer. This is your black tank flush here. So after you've dumped your black tank, you hook your hose at the dump station onto here, turn it on, and it tells you right here on that sticker there. You turn it on, it'll flush out your tank, clean off the sensors, so you get a good accurate reading, that sort of thing. So just the main thing to remember is always have the black tank valve open when you turn on the water to flush it out, okay? You don't want too much pressure to build up. And then this is how you set your valves. If you want to, right now this is in winterized because it's a winterized trailer right now. If you're gonna hook when you're getting ready to camp, you hook your city water hose up to here. Then you would put this into this position, right? For city fixtures. If you want to fill your tank because you're going to camp somewhere that does not have city water, you could turn it to this position here, and this will fill your tank. And when you get to the campground, you'll switch this all the way down, pointing down to dry camping, and you actually can pump the water out of the tank, and it'll. Let's put it this way: if you're drawing water from the tank using your pump, all the fixtures will work, all your plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping it out of the tank. So, okay, so it's very simple. It's a very simple system. That's an access plate there, just in case. That's the other side of pass-through basement storage. Let's see what else we have here. More storage. Okay, so you have your 50 amp power cord, right? So you pull this out manually, right? But you use your button, which is right over here. You use your button to retract it. So you're just gonna, the motor will rewind it, but you manually pull it out, okay? More storage. Make sure I'm getting everything here. And more storage. Basically storage everywhere, like a typical trailer. Okay, so this is your back door, obviously. And we'll go over this when you pick up, because I can't operate all this with just holding the camera and doing this at the same time, so when I need help with it. So when you pick up, we'll go over this part of the trailer with you. There's your backup camera, of course. You have a ladder Makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states every 90 days you should inspect the roof. You're inspecting the roof to make sure that there's no damage to any of the roofing material or any roofing attachments that are caused by low branches or road debris, anything like that. Make sure there's no cracking or separation at any of the sealant where water could get through and get in your trailer. So you're just inspecting it just to stay ahead of any potential problems. Odds are you won't have to do anything for years and years, but you don't know that because of all the variables involved. You don't know that, so you have to physically, someone's got to look at it to make sure everything's okay, all right? That should be part of your regular maintenance. Okay, so let's go inside. Okay, so as we walk in here, this is your vacuum system on the inside. I showed you the power inverter, which inverts power going to your refrigerator, so you can have basically run your refrigerator when you're going down the road. As I stated, the battery sends 12 volt DC to the inverter. The inverter inverts it to 120 AC and sends it to your refrigerator. Also, I got to mention, when you're going down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator is charging the battery. So the battery's not going to drain down. It's going to be it's going to hold its power because you're charging it from your alternator on your tow vehicle. All right. So this is the power converter here. This does the opposite of the inverter. This goes from AC to DC. So you see you have regular AC, 120 AC circuit breaker, circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled. They're just like you'd see at home. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC here, and you got 12 volt fuses, 12 volt DC fuses, and they're all labeled. This is also a battery tender, so when you're plugged into shore power, it's going to sense how much energy your battery up front needs, and it's going to keep it charged. So it's another way to charge the battery also when you're plugged in. Okay, that's the converter. Now while we're talking power, we'll just jump ahead a little bit up here. This also has solar panels. Or panel, I'm not sure which one. But this is your solar controller here. It's kind of hard to see this. But you have 14.3 volts DC in the system, which is perfect. This is only DC power, so 14.3 DC. Right now, because it's an overcast, rainy day, you're only gaining 0.4 amps from the sun and storing it in your batteries. This will change, obviously, with the climate, with the conditions outside, with the the angle of the sun, all these different factors. It'll go way up, and it'll be to 7.5 or 8 point whatever, and anything in between, depending on the conditions outside, like I said. So you get this by pushing this upper right-hand button. That's the only one you have to really worry about. Push it again, amp hours, back again to 14.3 volts DC in your system. So there's 3 different screens that come up. All right, and this is also telling us the condition of your battery also when it comes to charging it. So, okay, and as usual with all these things, there's more literature in the packet, so you can learn as much as you want to about it. All right. So this is a controller for your power vent and fan. It's a 4-speed fan. The lid on it is powered, so you can control it from there. There's going to be more of these in the trailer. You have a dishwasher here. This is all winterized now. The trailer has antifreeze in it, so you have your dishwasher here. When it comes to your range, let's see what we got here. Right here. Get another one here. Okay, let's do this one. I don't know. I'm not sure. It looks to me like he shut the gas off, so it's just bleeding out the little bit that's in there, I would guess. Or maybe it's the other way around. He switched the tank without purging the air out of the line. That's what it is, because now it's kicking in. So basically, all you're doing is pushing these in. Go to light, push it in, and there you have it. It's that simple. Okay, and then you have an oven light, obviously, and an ambient light here. Okay. Alrighty, what else do we have here? Most of it just is, you know, just your usual storage and furniture, that sort of thing. Here we have a convection microwave. This is where your control panel is here. We talked about that briefly. So, you can, many of these things have apps, okay, keep that in mind. Now I talked about your inverter. You have to remember to turn the inverter on when you need to use it, so you just would go like that to turn it on. Now it's kicked on and it's inverting power. There's no reason to, because we're powered into, we're hooked up to regular shore power. But if we weren't right now, when it turned on, it would be inverting the 12-volt DC from your battery and inverting it to 120 AC. Okay, keep it shut off. Information. So here we go. Start up at home here. I'm not going to go through everything. You're probably familiar with these. So master lights, all your tanks, the condition of them were winterized, so the tanks are obviously empty. Another place to find your 12-volt generator. I don't know if you can hear it, but it just started. Okay. And I just shut it off. Okay. Let's just go through some of the typical stuff. Your heating and cooling. Right now we're running on heating, obviously furnace. It's very self-intuitive, or it's very self-explanatory. Your slide outs. You have basically, it's very simple. You have an actual drawing of the trailer showing each slide room and each awning, so that makes it real easy also. Okay. Alrighty, what else do we have here? Yeah, just your basic stuff. Tank heaters, your water pump, turn it on here. You have tank heaters, so you turn this on when it's getting cold out, and it will basically heat up your tank so you can extend your camping season. Alrighty. Try to see if there's another screen behind here. Whoops. Well, when I stated that there's you can operate your stabilizing system from this panel, I'm not really 100% sure now. I showed you the controller outside. Sometimes they have one on the panel also. This one might not. I should know that. I didn't prep this trailer, so it's my fault. Okay. Yes. Generator here. So right now it tells us there's the power source. This is important. It's 30 amp shore power. Right, that's what we're getting from our building. So even though there's a 50 amp system, where it's plugged into a 30 amp system, if we had a 50 amp system, it would be telling us that we're plugged into 50 amps. And if you're unplugged and your generator's running, it'll tell you that also. So it tells you where you're getting your power from, which is good. Okay. Okay. That's for your paddle fan there. Alrighty, let's see what else we have. We have recliners. This turns into a hide-a-bed here. You just pull the cushion off the back, set them aside, and you grab it down here and fold it out. You've got, this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector here. It should always be green. If not, get it serviced. You have your fireplace here. Okay, like so. You have a remote here. Okay, I have to change the battery in the remote, it looks like. You also have this remote here for your JBL system. You have TV remotes, one for the outside, one for here, and there I'm not sure if there's one in the bedroom or not. But we'll see. You have storage under here. That's your sound bar there, obviously. This is more literature and stuff. This has to do with your this is the screen, obviously, for your cameras. This device is for your tires. Now, each one of your wheels has a sensor stuck to it. So the sensor stuck to the wheel inside the tire. It'll be directly across from the valve stem. So you have to program this, but it'll tell you the temperature of your hubs. It'll tell you the pressure in your tires. It tells you everything. So this looks like is this a refrigerator filter, I guess? This is for your if you want to put a canister in your water heater, or I mean a filter in your water heater canisters right there. The keys, of course. Have self-closing drawers, which is nice. Very nice. Like I said, I didn't prep this one, so I'm sort of learning as we go also. Another remote control powered fan, and let me see where he's got the controller at. We might have to ask him about that. It's got a mount where you can mount it to the wall, or you can keep it in a drawer, whatever you want to do. So we'll make sure we find that for you. Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure on that one. All these are sensors for your heating and cooling. You'll see them all over the trailer. Okay. Shower's really nice. This is your Thru system that I talked to you about, the on-demand water. That's where that's operated from right here. We can learn more about that, and when you come to pick it up, we can talk to you more about this also. It's kind of there's a little bit of a learning curve for it, but it's not bad. Now, all the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI plug. Even if it's a regular plug, like it's on the outside anywhere else in the trailer, it's still wired through a GFCI, so keep that in mind. This is one of the remotes here for this remote control fan. The one we're looking for in the living area, or the living area, will look just like this. Okay. The toilet, like all RV toilets, has to have at least a gallon of water in the bowl or in the tank, along with a dose of chemicals. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You're going to put a dose of chemical in here, then you'll stand on the pedal, hold it down until at least a gallon of water goes into the tank below, along with the chemical. You can use more than a gallon, but don't use less. Okay. But if you don't do that, it'll get clogged up. It'll be a real mess. It'll smell bad, and it'll turn into an ordeal. So this is going to all go up towards the ceiling. You're going to be able to approach it from the rear as a garage. Okay. You have your washer dryer. Let's see what we got here. Stackable washer dryer, winterized again. Anytime you have a sliding door, always make sure it's latched. Of course, you have more storage here. These are your vacuum cleaner attachments. An extra chair. Okay. Probably two extra chairs, actually. That's something you want to point out to them. That's obviously a mark. That's not supposed to be there. Okay. Let's see what else. Oh, here's the other TV. So that's for the third remote we found. Smoke detector. Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Like I said, we'll go over it. This is a big trailer with a lot of features, so we'll go over them with you when you pick up also. Right now this is winterized, so the water's been purged from the system and it's set for the winter. It's winterized. Remember what I said about the manufacturer stating to inspect your roof every 90 days or so? You just need to have someone take a look at it just to see if everything's as it should be. There's no way to tell what's happening on the roof unless somebody looks at it, so that's very important. Okay, well, we'll work with you when you get here, and we'll go over any of the issues you need to go over with us. Okay, thank you.